Hi guys, welcome to another video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Tutor or Timothy. I'm basically an international student. I moved to the UK I think some months back, and on this channel I talk about my experience and how it has been for me living and transitioning in the UK. If you haven't watched my last video, then don't worry, I'm going to link it up in this video somewhere in this video, and then it will also be waiting for you at the end of the video, so please go and watch that. Well, I basically said that I would be doing like a 3-part series on jobs and then finances and all of that in the living in the UK. So this second one is basically just going to be talking about jobs that international students can get, and then the type of jobs and then how to get them. And then at the end I'll also be talking about the jobs that I do, the jobs that I have done like in the past, and then just so that you guys like have a sense of some form of direction. So if you find value at any point in this video, then please give this video a like. If you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel. We're doing really well, guys. I guess like the channel is growing, but yeah, let's keep going. So I'm just going to get straight into the video before I start mumbling, jumbling, and talking to
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
So basically, first of all, before I even start talking about the jobs, I should mention that there are things that you would need before you even start working like in the UK at all. So first of all would be your bank account, where they're going to pay the money into. And then it's really easy to open like digital banks, yeah, it's something that employers take, and there are a good number of them: Revolut, Monzo, Monies. There are a good number of them really. So just like obviously have that your bank accounts first of all, and then secondly you need to prove your right to work in the United Kingdom, and that can be easily done by generating a share code on the gov.uk's website. So you just share that share code with your employers, and then they're able to check that you actually have the right to work in the United Kingdom. And then I think another thing that you would need, national insurance number, and then you have to apply for that, and then it takes some days to come. However, before the national insurance number gets there, you can always be working with your share code, just to prove that you have the right to work in the United Kingdom. Another thing that I should mention is the national minimum wage. So I think they update it every April of every year. So as of now, what's today? As of November 2022, basically, the national minimum wage for people 16 years and below is 4.81. I'm reading down from where I wrote it. If I'm looking down, that's the reason. 16 years and below is £4.81. From 18 years to 20 years is £6.83. From 21 years to 22 years, the minimum wage is £9.18, and then from 23 above, the minimum wage is £9.50. So this is the least amount they are legally required to pay you at the jobs that you work. They can pay you more than that, but ideally they should not pay you below that. So having said that, I should also mention that if you're an international student, then your visa states that you can't work more than 20 hours. So just have that at the back of your mind. Now let's go straight into the different type of jobs that you can get and probably how you can get them. So the first one I would say is getting a job like as a retail assistant or working in a retail store. So this will vary from different places like fashion stores, JD, I think Forever 21, and Summers. You could work like in supermarkets as well as retail assistants. You could also work, so supermarkets like Aldi, Tesco, Asda. You could also work as in a restaurant, so in a fast food restaurant, McDonald's, KFC, and all of that. You could also work in betting shops. So Betfred, Willie and Kim's, you work as a store assistant in those betting shops. You could also work in just like your normal local convenience stores around you. So ideally, the way to get this type of retail store or convenience store jobs are just just go up to the ones that is very close to where you are, and then find out if they are hiring. Sometimes some of them put hiring signs on they advertise it here on the store, although you could just walk in and ask like if they're hiring. It's advisable to get one that is close to you, like that's close around you, so that I don't have to travel all the way, because I think they also usually tend to pay like minimum wage as well. So just go to the one that is close to you and then find out in any of these supermarkets or any of the restaurants or like betting shops or just your normal convenience stores, and then find out if they are hiring. So that is how to get that one. Another job category that you can get as an international student is working in a warehouse. So you could work in a warehouse as a parcel sorter. So for delivery companies, okay, this parcel is going to maybe this part of Manchester, this parcel is going to the other part. So you could work as a parcel sorter. You could also work as a picker packer. So you're based picker packer. So you're basically, taking the deliveries and then packing them, whatever it's going to be. It doesn't even have to be like deliveries, like whatever package it is. So it could be like maybe picking and packing, I don't know, like maybe online orders on Amazon, or like online orders in Boots, just picking like whatever it is that was requested and packing it together, or folding clothes in H&M, or just like your general warehouse operative. So you basically work in a warehouse. Yeah, so that is the one with that jobs. I think for most warehouse jobs, they usually recruit via agencies. So if it's something you're interested in working in a warehouse, then just go online and then search warehouse jobs, picker packer, parcel sorters, search the one that is around you, and then reach out to those places and apply for those type of jobs. I should also mention, yeah, for these jobs you probably be asked for your CV. They may also ask you funny questions like, oh, why do you want to work here, like it has been your dream to work as in a warehouse. But just like try and get yourself to an extent prepared for that type of interview. So the second one, the first one I mentioned was retail stores and convenience stores. So the second one is warehouse. The third one is working as a delivery person. So if you know that you know how to ride a bicycle, or if you have a car, or if you have a license or everything or anything, and then you drive, I know that it's very common. So Deliveroo, Just Eat, Uber Eats, they're basically like the Jumia food of Nigeria. So you could just like, once you have like a bicycle, that's really all you need. Or if you want to use a car, that's fine as well. So you basically just get food from the restaurants and then deliver it to people's homes. So that is another option, if you're not interested in maybe warehousing or in retail stores. You would need to, I think you need to get like a license. I think even like if you're riding a bicycle, then you need to have at least your provisional license. But so if you know that you're coming to UK anytime soon, start learning how to ride bicycle if that's something that you're going to be interested in. How you get the delivery jobs is just obviously you reach out, find out on just Google what's it called, because people that hire them are like Deliveroo, Just Eat, Uber Eats, so it's just Google is your friend. Just go on Google and then they'll ask you for one or two documentation to send it to them, and then you are sorted in that respect. So another one again is working as an event staff or a festival staff. So that could be from like working in kiosks to working as a waiter or working as a bartender. So basically, let's say they have like an event, they have like concerts, or whatever it is. So you could just work in kiosks to sell maybe like drinks or food items, or just basically working in just to sell whatever to like the people that are attending such events, or working as a bartender to sell drinks to people that also attend that events as well, or working as a waiter in what's it called, like maybe a wedding or social gathering. So working as a waiter, working as an usher in those type of events, because I know they tend to have like large weddings and they tend to like recruit like ushers or people to wait on them. I mean, you could obviously also work as a waitress or waiter in a restaurant as well, but this is like another group, or is a category of jobs that you can get as an international student. So usually with this type of jobs, they tend to look for people with experience. I think apart from the kiosks, because kiosks is just normal buying and selling. So but like waiting on and bartending, because you have to challenge people that are under 25 to show their ID, and then with some waiting on jobs, they require special ways of like carrying the plates, and then snake and skin service. I don't know. So some of them do tend to look for people that have experience in waiting on. So if it's something I want to quickly start gathering now, just so that when you come in, you can say that okay, you worked as this, because they honestly, as far as you have like some form of experience, it doesn't have to be the greatest experience, then they would usually take you on for this type of jobs. So to get these jobs again, it's with agencies that you get them. Or another one, and I think this is like the most popular one among students, is working as a carer or working in support. So basically, you are taking care of people that cannot otherwise take care of themselves. So either because maybe they are old, or they are not they are not mentally stable. Is that the word? Yeah, they are not mentally stable. So for care work, it's usually with old people, and then for support work, it's usually with people that are not mentally healthy. So you're basically in charge of them. You're supposed to report on, the activities that they do and all of that. Again, these are recruited. It's actually quite popular among students. So there are a lot of recruitment agencies, like even the NHS recruits for people in this sort of job category. So if that's something that you're interested in, I know that just because you're going to be in charge of somebody's life, they're going to ask you for a background check to be sure that you're not a criminal or anything, and they're also going to probably need to train you on how to maybe do CPR or one or two things. Again, you are going to be in charge of somebody's life, so you're not just going to give that kind of job to anybody. But I know that they're always open to train people, and then they do background checks, so it's not also that difficult to get. So another one is tutoring, or being a tutor, or maybe an invigilator, or basically just working in academia. So I know that there are a couple of tutoring agencies. So you tutor younger children, maybe people in grade 1, grade 2, help them with math or English, especially for people that are moving into the UK that English is not their first language, or just basically if you worked as a lesson teacher, like how we had lesson teachers when we were younger. So that is another job that I know that international students can get. Again, you get this type of jobs from agencies, so you just go online and Google and find out the one that is around you, because again, these things are specific to where exactly it is you are in the UK. Another one is university jobs. So your university as an institution would also sometimes recruit international students to be ambassadors of the school, to talk to maybe people that are coming into the school, just to give them a sense of how it is, or to do mentoring for new intakes that are just coming in as well. They also recruit for content creator positions, to also represent the school, to also represent the international school community on social media, and then create content for the school in that aspect. I know they also recruit people to work in libraries and all of that. So your school is also another place where you can find work, and then they usually advertise it on their school job boards. I know that for the one for the University of Salford, that is Unitems. So they always just advertise it, basically whatever positions it is that they have. So they tend to get different openings in different places. So that is something that you can check out if you're interested. So another place that you can work, or another angle that you can work in, is as a customer service representative. So basically you are just helping out customers of a particular firm or company, organization, or whatever. You're sorting out their issues, maybe updating one or two things from the back end. I know that they tend to look for people that have some form of experience in customer service. Again, you don't have to have a great deal of experience. You don't have to have been working there for 200 million years of your life. You just need to have have basic experience, and then they'll be able to take you on these jobs. There are also one or two jobs in hospitality. So you could work as a receptionist in the front of house or back of house, or be a kitchen porter. There are a couple of jobs in hospitality that are available, especially in Manchester, because Manchester is a very social city. So there are a couple of jobs in hospitality that are available for you. I've said receptionist. I know I've mentioned waiting on and bartending before. So there's also kitchen porter, there's front of house, there's food runner, there's back of house, there are a lot of jobs in hospitality. There are a couple of jobs, especially again Manchester being a social city. So that is something that you could consider. And then a good number of these jobs, you just need a person. They don't really need you to have experience and all of that. So that is an option that you can consider. You can also work in security, or working security, but however, for that you have to have done an SIA training. I know most people ask for that training before they admit you. So you could work as a security officer, official in clubs, or night clubs, or even in events, all these events that are happening. So you could just work as part of the security team on that event, or basically wherever there's a gathering of people, that you will need security officials. So you could work as a security official. You could also trade your skills and become a freelancer. So if you know how to write content, create good copy, design graphics, that is something that you can just be doing, something that you can just be freelancing to get like a little bit of money on the side. So that is an option for you. So just think of anything you can do in the creative industry. So taking pictures, uploading videos, yeah, honestly on YouTube, and then doing one or two things. That's an option for you to that's an option for you to earn income as an international student in the UK. I feel like I've touched on a good number of things. I can't touch on everything. I think I've forgotten some, but I just hope that these are enough for you. So where are the places that you can find these jobs? The first one I would say is Indeed, because Indeed was what helped me to find the job that I'm currently doing. So you just go on Indeed, you filter to part-time jobs, and then you just put in there the one that you're interested in. Maybe it's like a retail assistant, or you want to work in warehouse, whatever it is. You just pick one from that list, you put it on Indeed, you filter to part-time jobs, and then you look at the suggestion that comes up. You can also create job alerts so that Indeed will be disturbing you with alerts whenever there is a job that matches what you said you wanted to do. Total jobs, and then specifically for the hospitality industry, there is caterer under total jobs, so you can also put that one there as well. And then any again, just filter down to the type of job you want, and then the location, and then you can also create job alerts for that. Your university's job platform is where you get like jobs that your university is hiring for. So like again, content creation, video content creation, social media content creation, working in the library, being an international student ambassador. You get that for invigilating exams. You get that from your university's job portal platform, whatever. Then you can also find out, so if you're also like interested maybe like care or support, you can just Google care agencies or all of that around wherever it is you are. Just put in the kind of job you want, and then sort that one out. Or you could go also to the company's website. So let's say you want to be like a bicycle delivery person in Deliveroo, then just go on there and then fill all the details you need, and then apply for the job and then get that. Also, if you want to work in customer service, just put that on Indeed. There's total jobs, there's Handshake, there's Prospects, there's Milk Round. There are a couple of places that advertise this type of jobs for international students. So those are some of them. Then again, you can just put on Google the ones that is most popular in the area where you are, and that is how you'll be able to land some of these jobs. Ideally, they should not pay you less than £9.5 an hour, and then by times 20 hours, that gives what it gives. Sorry, I can't calculate it now. And then in a month you should be rounding up to about like £800. A good number of them, especially in the hospitality industry, because just that's where I've worked, a good number of them tend to pay more than that 9.5. They pay like 10 or £10, whatever. It just goes up. So again, just find out what works best for you, what is something that you would be comfortable with. So those are where you can get those type of jobs from. I did mention that at the end of this video I'll say where I work and what I work as. So for me, down to the jobs I've actually done. So I am currently in Manchester in the United Kingdom. So when I initially came, I think the very first job I did, I got that off Indeed Flex, just because with Indeed Flex they just had to like verify me. They didn't ask for like a list of long documents. They didn't need my NI, so I downloaded Indeed Flex, and then I applied to be verified for one or two positions, and then I was verified. And then when they had an opening, they sent an alert to my phone, and then I went for that job. I worked as the front of house, basically like receptionist in a hotel, and it was like an overnight shift. So I was basically just helping the person that was there, because he was going to be the only one. They were understaffed to sort out, clear the books for the day, and then prepare breakfast, the breakfast buffet for the next day, and then clean up the entire place overnight, get the breakfast buffet for the next day. So that was the very first job I did, and I got that one on Indeed Flex. Fast forward to I don't know how many weeks later, I also signed up on HAP. HAP is an agency, so they get people, they work a lot of events. So like maybe there's a cricket game, they also work like football matches, they work concerts. So if there's a concert that's happening, I think they work wireless, but I wasn't with them then. But they work like a good number of these concerts, and they recruit for bar staff mainly, because like if there's a concert or an event or a gathering of people, like an outside event, then people are going to want to buy alcohol. So I worked I think I did that a couple of times, and then they sometimes provided like transportation for us to go in case there was like a concert happening in Liverpool and they had a lot of staff in Manchester. They all put us on a coach and then they'll transport us there. So it was quite convenient. And they also gave lunch as well. So I was just basically serving alcohol to people. Again, you have to challenge if they are looking under 25, because if you sell alcohol to a minor, then that's a criminal offense. So that was what I did for a couple of times. So in those events, and then also like in cricket clubs, and then I think in 1 or 2 football matches. So that was what I did, and I got that from HAP, the agency. Fast forward to some couple of weeks later, that was before the season, that before the football season started. I also heard that Manchester United was recruiting for staff for different roles, and then I went down and I applied for that one, and I got onto like I worked as a waiter or worked in waiting on. I feel like that has been my favorite experience to work with, because again, the people there are so chill, like the environment and everything. And then that was the only place that where I worked, they actually allowed us to keep the tips that we're given, because in other places you're not allowed to keep like your tips and everything. So that was why I liked it. And then it was also like a buffet like restaurant, so you were allowed to, let's say they hadn't finished all the food in the buffet, something that they would allow you to eat during your break time and everything. So that was really chilled. Again, I worked as a waitress, and then they didn't ask me for any experience. Like the whole recruitment process was okay. And fast forward to what I currently do now, I work as a customer service representative. It's work from home. I just take calls from people that are coming. I had previous customer service background. I have previous customer service experience, but they also gave me like training on how to do on how to use their systems, and then things specific to that particular company where I work for. Again, I got into a recruitment agency, Concentrics, but I found the job on Indeed, and then I was interviewed and I had to present documents and the places that I worked with previously, and then give a reference and all of that jazz. But that's what I currently do now, and then it's part-time, so it's 20 hours a week, which is just ideal for me. So take any of those job listings or any of those job titles that you want, put it on Indeed, put it on Total Jobs, put it on Google search for that job, and then hopefully you are able to find something that you can use worthwhile. Or if you have a skill or a talent as a graphic designer or a content writer, then put your skills to freelance your skills, put it to use for the people that want that kind of thing for maybe a small project or something like that. And then hopefully we're all able to get something that keeps us in the meantime, and then it pays the bills pending when we are done with school and we actually get like the good proper jobs. But we've come to the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. If you're able to take out something that you would use, then please give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel, and if you think you know somebody that needs information in this video, then please share this video with them. But I'll see you guys next week in my next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.